All right, guys. Hey, guys, what's going on? It is Tcarp here. Just doing some work today, having to drive a little bit. I wanted to talk to you guys today about episode 3 of Extracted. A buddy of mine, Dave Canterbury, supplied all the stainless steel. He sponsored the show. I've been to his survival courses. I really do enjoy his stuff and his work. Just really like that and like the show, to be honest with you. Me and my daughter, we pay attention to it and we watch it and all that stuff. So we're going to do kind of like a review of episode 3. Episode 3 is really kind of getting into the game, the nitty gritty of it. This episode they have the team members, and I think they've been out for like a week out there, and some of them still haven't gotten fire, and it's starting to get cold. This is, I think, British Columbia, so it's Canada. So to be honest with you, it's probably pretty daggum cold, like 50s, 60s, like at best right now, and it's probably getting lower. They drop off a deer carcass, and the team back at headquarters, they have to draw a map. They have to look at a map, 30 seconds, memorize it, and then draw it to get their team member, to find it and be able to do it. And they also pick out a knife for them and a little small bear box for them, which I think is pretty cool. Man, some teams weren't even able to get the proper location of the deer and all that. Dave Canterbury said on his after-action report that how he would have done it, and again, it's easy to Monday morning quarterback this, but how he said that he would do it is he would have just memorized the location of the deer. It's like, okay, the location of the deer is southeast, southwest. Southwest is the location of the deer. And then basically be like, location of deer is southwest of you. You'll have some water crossings and whatnot, but go that way. And that's the best way to do it, to locate it. Just try to remember the big things. The big thing is, where's the deer on the map? Put it there. The rest of the stuff doesn't really matter, because there was a team that literally put the map upside down. And it's like, dadgum. That's definitely not what needed to happen. The guy ended up figuring out the map was upside down and went and found it. But anyway, so you have this deer carcass, and I think it was like first come, first serve. First come, you get the best part of the deer. Dave said that he would have taken like just a leg off at the bone and go. Maybe I would have probably done the really nice easy cuts of meat. Like I would have done the back strap. Definitely got the back strap, and then I would have gotten the tenderloins. But again, these folks don't really know. I'm assuming they don't really know a ton about the deer's anatomy. The one guy got the heart, and I'm like, that guy's smart. That guy's smart. And Salty Dog Outdoors did a after-action report of this episode, and he was mentioning this girl that was eating ants, and she lives in a van. And it's like, okay, even though she hasn't had survival training and experience, if you've lived in a van, you've had to kind of rough it a little bit. You've had to be uncomfortable. You're used to temperature swings. So, you're used to being, not like in your own bed, like, with the fan on and all. Like, I think, he said she's a dark horse, and I like that. There was another guy that cut up all the meat, and he has his bear box, and he put the meat in a stream, and I'm like, that's also really smart. That's old Appalachian folk skills. That's how they would refrigerate things, is they would have it their little smokehouse or meat house or milk house or whatever, and they would have it literally over this stream, and this stream would keep everything nice and cold around the 40-degree temperature mark. So I thought that was pretty smart. Um, Other than that, you have the teams arguing. You have the mother and the daughter and the dad sitting and arguing. And it really seems to me like you have this daughter that's super resentful of her dad because she feels like that her dad gave all this attention to her sons and really, or his sons and really not her. And, she's just being, in my opinion, extremely disrespectful to her dad. And I just don't like that at all. I just don't like that at all. In my opinion, it shows a simp dad, to where he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I'm like, it's all this, and it's like, listen, man, I don't know what's behind the scenes of their relationship, but here's what I do know: she is being extremely rude to her father, and that's not cool in my book. Absolutely not cool in my book. So anyway, that's just my opinion on that. I don't know how their mother's going to do, but it's definitely not looking good back at headquarters. You have this guy that his fiance is out there. She's really struggling mentally. So another thing that they had, instead of after the deer carcass, it started to rain, so they were going to drop off hot chocolate and wool socks. And there's 10 contestants left, and only 7 were going to be able to get this. So you kind of had to negotiate skills within like 60 seconds. What I noticed is, there were some teams that were doing better than others, and a lot of the ladies used, honestly, a lot of their crying skills, a lot of the oh poor woe is me, to get the guys to say, okay, fine, you can have the hot chocolate and the socks. And then after that, they went ahead and extracted their person. So they took out like valuable things that other people could have used. So I think it's going to get more cutthroat at headquarters with these different teams, because we're kind of using the chivalry, we're using the common stereotypes of, the guys can handle this stuff, we're poor ladies, etc., etc. And I think that's going to go out the window here pretty soon. I genuinely do. I think that the teams at headquarters are going to understand that this is a game. They've got to start being more cutthroat. Again, just my opinion on this. I think the team that really understands this is, I think, Tyrone's team. That they were like, they did not care. They didn't care that they were being shamed. Oh, you didn't do this, that. And they like, it's a game. We don't care. We're not going to back out of this. And I think that is pretty good way of doing it, is like, hey, we're getting our guy something, or nobody gets something. And I think that's a good way to look at it. It's like, hey, you're going to give me something. You're going to make me a promise right here that you're going to give me something in return if I back out of this, and make them all promise like quickly. So I just think that's a good way to do it. And I think that's a good, I think that would have been a good strategy. But I think Tyrone's team, and I hope I'm, getting the names right. I think his team is another dark horse. Again, the guy that's wearing the Oakley glasses, the Oakley airdrops, he's smart. He's doing things the right way. They've got some good candidates on here. They're just not showing a ton of them right now. I think they're showing that drama, but anyway. But getting back to the one girl that is having the mental issues, her team was able, her fiance was able to get her hot chocolate and the socks, and she's talking about not being able to even get up and move, and it's just all a mental game right now. And she doesn't have, the ability to start a fire and whatnot. And I think that is really on her fiance. Is like, you have got to make her life as easy as possible right now. But that, again, we're being shown clips, things can be taken out of context. I just don't know yet. But I hope that she pulls through. But we'll see what happens. It kind of left us on a cliffhanger there. As of right now, 2 people have dropped out. The one lady with the really big glasses, like I said, her team got her hot chocolate and all that, and then extracted her, it seems like, 5 minutes later, which is very frustrating. So we'll see what happens. Guys, I sure appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Check out the affiliate links. I've got, Bearskin, Eat a Hill. If you like 4 Patriots food, all that good stuff. I sure appreciate you guys. Y'all be good. This is Tcarp signing out.